Alright, we got a offer without an offers page. Called, looks like it's supposed to be World War One Flying Grace, because it's WWI, which is 1, I think. So it's definitely World War One Flying. So WWI Flying Grace. No offers page for this one. So sorry to you, Min Min. Yeah, you better be sorry. Alright. InfiniTP is what it says here. Just so you guys can see. And the TP is written all capital. So let's see what this is all about. Another category. My god, we're getting a bunch of categories today. Special containment procedures. SCP-2966 is to be contained at Outpost 117. And at no time shall any other SCP objects be contained with it. A liquid flow. Wait, actually, I need to check because my friend texted me. Okay, never mind. Not important. A liquid fluoride thorium reactor to be powered at all times, with a heat exchange directly in thermodynamic contact with SCP-2966 housing. Before usage of SCP-2966 monitors will ensure that there are at least 2.4 times 10 in the power of 17 joules of heat energy available to thermodynamically transfer into SCP-2966 housing. During use, this heat energy transfer will be carefully monitored to match the rate of matter removal. A skeleton crew shall occupy Outpost 117 to minimize the risk of casualties. This crew shall consist of 3 persons trained in the maintenance and upkeep of a liquid fluoride thorium reactor. 4 research personnel to monitor both SCP-2966 state and the state of the reactors 2. 4-man squads of security personnel to patrol a 25-kilometer perimeter around Outpost 117's location and deter civilian entrance, and 1 D-class personnel to use SCP-2966. Henry will punish me for lying. Yes, he will. He'll think of something. A D-class shall use SCP-2966 3 times per day at 8-hour intervals. So at 8 o'clock, 16 o'clock, and midnight, basically. Where use is defined as the removal of at least 10 sheets from SCP-2966. Use is to be heavily monitored, and contact shall be kept with the D-class subject at all times during said use, in order to modulate the speed with which SCP-2966 is used. A regulator placed on the reactor shall accordingly adjust energy output to match inevitable changes in the rate at which SCP-2966 is used. A scale attached to SCP-2966 housing shall determine its mass at all times and relay said information to monitoring staff. Construction of an airstrip for jet aircraft is currently undergoing evaluation as a possible means of escape. Should SCP-2966 reach the critical stage, as well as a means for connection to larger adjacent Foundation sites. Okay, here we go. Description: SCP-2966 is an anomalous roll of brand toilet paper. I did not expect toilet paper to be the thing. After all that description in the containment, I did not expect it to be toilet paper. The roll currently averages a mass of around 0.0 kilograms, though attempting to reduce this mass is discouraged as a result of Incident 35A. Toilet paper sheets removed from SCP-2966 are, beyond being incredibly effective at removing stray fecal matter, non-anomalous and energetically stable. The roll section of SCP-2966 is housed in a steel container attached to a wall mounting which had no means for accessing the roll for replacement or removal. Non-invasive testing of the housing has not yielded a clear picture of what is inside the housing. And invasive testing is discouraged due to SCP-2966's volatile nature. In addition, the housing serves as the main heat sink for thermal transfer between SCP-2966 and the reactor. Damaging the thermodynamic connection may result in SCP-2966 going critical. Isn't when you toilet paper, like when you throw toilet paper at the house, isn't that called TPing it? Because it's toilet paper, yeah. So okay, so it's infinity toilet paper. That's what the title is. Gotcha. I understand. SCP-2966 is anomalous in that it is effectively an infinite roll of toilet paper. Its containment started in approximately kilometer of toilet paper has been removed from SCP-2966. No means of inputting mass or more toilet paper have been observed and redacted. Testing has revealed no temporal retrieval of additional paper from a different location or dimension. The mechanism by which SCP-2966 accomplishes this is entirely unknown, though its effects are well understood. Afro Big Brain, thank you. I try. I'm a dumbass, but sometimes I'm smart. SCP-2966 obeys the laws of mass/energy conservation and through unknown means absorbs energy from its surroundings in order to create the matter that makes up the toilet paper. One sheet of SCP-2966 weighs approximately 3 grams, which means that approximately 2.4 times 10 to the power 16 joules of energy, or roughly 65 tons of TNT, is needed for one sheet of SCP-2966 to be produced. That's a... oh, Jesus. When inputted into Einstein's mass/energy equivalence or equation, E equals mc squared. Yeah. Okay, that's cool. It is estimated that there are sheets formed within the roll of SCP-2966 or a yield of redacted megatons of TNT. I wonder if Kenzie is like frothing out of the mouth that this is technically chemistry related. If more than 10 sheets are removed at one time, and hopefully not frothing out of the mouth because of her being sick. It will absorb the energy around it at roughly the rate at which sheets are removed. The form of energy absorbed is most often heat energy, though SCP-2966 does not appear to have preference. Testing has shown that ambient sound energy has also been decreased during use. Without an external source of energy to provide power to SCP-2966, the large amount of energy needed to form one sheet, 2.4 times 10 to the power 16 joules, is absorbed from the ambient heat of the surroundings, quickly bringing the temperature of all matter within a radius of meters to near absolute zero. This has happened twice during power failures. Both times on-site staff have sacrificed themselves to remove 10 sheets, killing themselves through hypothermia instantly. While not a sustainable containment solution, such as sacrifice has prevented SCP-2966 from going critical. If SCP-2966 is not used, it will begin to lose the matter it has gained. Wait, what are you saying? It would be cool to have infinite roll of toilet paper. It will definitely help the planet a little bit. It has gained turned into energy once. Like it would, like, you know, if everybody had infinite roll of toilet paper that just never stops, then you would not need to like make more toilet paper. But at the same time, a lot of tubes get clogged if you overuse toilet paper and stuff like that. Turn into energy once more at a rate given as a E in the power of newtons, I think, joules per second, where n is the number of minutes since last use. Oh, never mind. Okay, this energy is radiated away from the form of heat and occasionally alpha particles. The optimum balance between usage and radiation has been determined to be slightly more than 8 hours, reflecting the special containment procedures. This rate increases exponentially. SCP-2966 will reach a critical stage approximately hours after last use, in which the rate of energy radiation will rapidly approach infinity. Effectively, this results in SCP-2966 converting its remaining mass entirely to energy in an instant. This is estimated to produce roughly 1 times 10 in the power joules of energy, on explosion with a yield of megatons. That's in the in the 4-digit numbers, compared with the Tsar bomber at a yield of 50 megatons. Despite Outpost 117's remote location, a fully critical SCP-2966 situation is estimated to produce casualties in excess of what the Foundation is equipped to handle. During usage of SCP-2966, the class subjects have reported an occasional decrease in room temperature. Declass have also reported that the paper removed from SCP-2966 is exceptionally comfortable, effective, and strong. Requests for sheets removed from SCP-2966 to be re-rolled and used at Foundation facilities have been denied. Okay, here we go. 2966 recovery log. SCP-2966 was discovered after Foundation agents noticed an anomalous temperature drop in California from data recorded by the National Weather Service. A subsequent investigation by Mobile Task Force Theta 19 Rocketeers revealed that one Pine Range research had been frozen over an area of about 1 kilometer square despite it being a warm summer day. Damn. The whole area being frozen. Data returned by MTF Theta 19 indicates that the temperature of the area had been approximately minus 108 degrees Celsius. God! Far lower than any temperature naturally recorded on Earth. Yeah. As to why the area was not absolute zero, research has suggested that the usage of SCP-2966 had occurred several hours earlier, and that sunlight had warmed the area in the intervening time. MTF Theta 19 breached in the building and found that all present in the building had been killed as a result of the temperature's drop. A researcher later identified as Doctor was discovered apparently giving a demonstration to several others. Holding SCP-2966, the effects of SCP-2966 rendered all electronics within the site corrupted. Thus, no data could be obtained as to show SCP-2966 was created. However, MTF Theta 19 did discover a handwritten journal belonging to Doctor in his office. And while the pages were covered in frost, parts of the journal were covered and able to be read. See document 1. Doesn't sound cold to me. Okay, next time if you ever come to my stream and complain that it's cold and I ask you what the temperature is and you'd be like, oh, it's like minus 15, I'd be like, so what about the whole like handling minus 108, huh? Did you lie to us? Gotcha. That gotcha was for Kenzie, by the way. Like some Discord texting. Several locals had noticed a rapid temperature drop. A cover store of ruptured liquid nitrogen tank was disseminated and Class A amnestics administered. SCP-2966 was studied in situ in the following hours after a secure perimeter had been established. Its properties determined and successfully contained. And now we have document 1. Today we have achieved a breakthrough in toilet paper technology. Wait, actually... Today we achieved a breakthrough in toilet paper technology. Not a single man will need to feel the burning pain of an unclean nether region ever again. Moreover, this will likely make me exceedingly rich. Once we figure out how to make other paper products like tissues and maybe even plates. A minor setback has occurred with the InfiniTP project. We can't produce cellulose fibers fast enough to make a truly infinite roll. A possible solution is the liberal application of halved hafnium, otherwise known as quaternium. While exceedingly rare, an expensive sacrifice must be made in the pursuit of science. Some of you might die, but that's a sacrifice I'm willing to make. While the others call me a fool, I should think that in this day and age, anyone with a doctorate should be able to understand others' work even if it's in a different branch. Yeah. That's just good science, if you can write well enough for the layman to understand. Who cares if I'm a botanist? I should be able to decipher Dr. paper on quaternium. Note, no such element as quaternium exists. Yeah, that's a problem. The housing is complete. We add the initial paper and soon the quaternium redacted. Alloy will be complete. For insertion in the hyperbaric containment field, of course the Yoda rays have proven themselves to be an issue, but they shouldn't terribly hamper the production of fermoin pairs. Note, rest of entry is illegible. It appears that the threshold energy of fermium pair production is slightly higher than my calculations suggest. No matter, I'll just rework the calculation, refer my estimation, and that should put us in a good place to test tomorrow. Soon the world will never need toilet paper again. Note, after this entry are several partially legible equations solved by hand. Thorough hand calculations were done by Foundation physicists with the same constant, which revealed that Dr. had apparently misplaced a square in E equals mc squared early in his work. This led to substantially lower energies than in reality, possibly reinforcing Dr. idea that he could create matter from energy safely. And then we have incident 35A, which was mentioned very early on. Test 35A was conducted. An attempt to see if a reduction in mass could be achieved by rapid removal. So like, you know how cats fucking of SCP-2966 sheets while supplying an excess of energy. This resulted in SCP-2966 immediately going critical. The subsequent energy release of times 10 in the power of joules destroyed Outpost 117 and resulted in casualties. Due to the Outpost 117's remote location, no non-Foundation casualties were reported. SCP-2966 was recovered unharmed and weighed grams less. Outpost 117 has since been rebuilt and containment re-established. So we can say he had the best intention in mind, but at the same time he did start off by saying, I will be extremely rich. So he definitely rushed this as much as possible to get some quick money. To gain some quick bucks. And then, now we got radioactive toilet paper. Good job. Well done, Doctor. Well done. You have not solved the case at all. You have not helped mankind evolve. You, in fact, have added another obstacle that we have to deal with. Good job.